was really tall.
It's been so long, I can't remember how to do it. Welcome back to the Motor Guild.
I wasn't even looking at it.
Shit. Welcome back to the Motor Guild. We're back, finally. Max has got a haircut, which you can't see because he's wearing a hat, and he now wears wife beaters. And I've redone the garage. Kind of. I painted it white and built something.
Look at the floors, show them the floors.
Wow, it's dirty already.
Yeah.
But today, and for the next couple of days, but it's going to be one video for you, we're working on the Mini. We're going to be pulling out the front subframe and engine and everything like that.
It's going to be really fun.
So today we're going to be pulling all of this mess out of the front of the car and we've got to take a few little bits off, like the grille and bonnet and other things.
Do you not have like a shadow board, tools and stuff?
No. Why are you looking for a hammer?
So I can make a joke about these are the tools you're going to need.
Oh, okay.
And these are the tools we're going to need. To start, we're going to gently remove these coil plug, spark plug wires. Are you okay with this, Tim? This is what you want
That's
to do?
what I read in the Haynes manual, yeah.
And then we move to a softer hammer so that we don't damage anything.
Yeah, that's for removing things like the alternator. And,
so this top radiator.
Yeah,
you
don't need to undo that or anything.
No, just keep.
Just a gentle tap. Yeah.
Is that fixed?
Yeah.
Should we get some real tools?
Yeah, let's do this properly. So it's really important when you're doing this stuff to label it up. So one of the next jobs is to take off the exhaust. But that looked really difficult. So Max has opted to label.
Rock, paper, scissors for it if you like.
Go on then.
Yeah. So right. Best of 3, 3, 2, 1, go.
Best of 3, we ain't got all day.
Right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Ah!
3, 2, 1, go. So I get to do the labelling there.
What? Hold on.
Well, you won, so you get to do the exhaust. That's what the prize was.
Damn it! Should have specified the rules before we started. He doesn't actually know what any of this stuff is, but he's gonna start labeling up as best he can.
So I've got throttle cables and choke, etc., all taken off. And instead of doing the exhaust, you're taking off the carb.
Yeah, because the Mini, as everyone knows, has been really well designed. There are some kind of studs down here, and it's pretty impossible, really, to get.
Well, obviously on most engines you have the intake on one side and the exhaust on the other. You get what's called a crossflow head. Whereas on the Minis, they're all on one side. So to get to the exhaust manifold, we need to get rid of the intake manifold.
Loads of stuff. You probably need to film this just because it'll be good, because I definitely will not remember how any of this goes back together. That's a pro tip. If you're not taking photos, just film it. And put it on YouTube for like 20 people to watch.
Hey, come on now. At least 40 people watched your last Mini video.
Yeah, it's because it was just so intense.
It was really exciting, wasn't it?
So intense, so high, such high-paced. I forgot how annoying working on a Mini is.
I forgot how annoying working with you is.
Ooh.
Zinger.
That was a zinger.
Let's see if the head gasket's okay.
Oh, can you imagine?
Oh, it's fine. You can't have head gasket problems if you've got no oil.
You know what? This car has been standing for just under 2 years. It's still leaking oil. Like it's got a hole in the bottom of the engine, and it's still leaking oil.
Can't see.
I don't know how it. Like I painted the floor.
Yeah.
Moved the Mini. Came back 2 days later. Patch of oil.
It's like an infinite supply of oil in an engine that probably only takes about 4 litres.
I know, it's crazy. Do away with the old gasket.
Shagged is the technical term. Oh, well, I was really hoping that was going to make like a...
One carb. I don't even know what it is.
What is it, an SU?
I think it's a HIF.
Or anything
I don't want to say the code wrong and then someone tell me off.
Someone in the comments section, all of the 3 of you who know what Minis are, what does that mean? Week 1794, so it's the original one. Yeah.
Unless someone's just made this tag and bolted it on, because it is like...
a piece of tin foil.
It's also a lot cleaner. makes those noises.
So we got all the bolts off.
Yeah, it kind of fell off.
It's really interesting how that you see how they mesh together. They've got like a little positive.
Yeah. So what I can do now is I can whip that out of the way. We need to actually undo it from down below and then pull it out from the top.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's just connected to the big pipe in the middle at the moment.
Do you want to rock, paper, scissors for who has to go underneath?
Well, I was hoping we were going to jack it up, but we can do that.
Okay, we can jack it up.
Line underneath.
Well, I was going to make you do it either way, but...
Okay, hold on. So whoever wins doesn't have to go underneath and undo the exhaust.
Okay.
Ready? Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors.
Ah, he's got me.
Haha. Spread the load. Alright, so we've taken a few things off. We've got the inlet and the exhaust manifold are off, which kind of are one. We've disconnected all of the lines and all the kind of things that need to go. There's a few more things to do. We've taken this was a pain in the bum to take off this engine steady. So there's a few things to do. We've got to take off this hose here. We've got to disconnect brake lines, suspension tops, the gearbox, linkage, steering rack ends. What we're gonna do is we're gonna drop the engine in the subframe, like as one piece.
And then drop it all out.
And then drop out the bottom, and then we'll disassemble the whole thing, take it all down to nothing, and it's all gonna get like blasted and painted and new bushes and blah blah blah.
Same as we did the rear end.
Yeah, basically. So let's start with the gear linkage. This is the gearbox linkage. This is really easy to do. There's basically a punch that goes through here that stops it from sliding up and down this shaft. So all you have to do is knock the pin out. I fashioned a punch out of an old nail, and it just slots in through that hole and then into there, and basically just whack it with a hammer until it comes out the other side. You look really comfortable over there.
Oh, my neck's gone.
Help me, hammer slug.
Much hammering and dust.
Did not want to come out, did it? No. The reason I cut this is because I'm going to replace it with braided. Cracked it. I'll leave it on just the top few threads whilst I'm hitting away, because I don't want to damage the old chars. I don't want to damage the old threads on it. Right, so finally got the second steering tie rod end off. I'm going to need to replace that. You can see it's pretty grim. Hello, hello. I'm a broken tie rod end. It's spinning. Ah, it's because there is another side.
What?
I need to get a socket. Using a massive adjustable because it was a lot closer than the other 15. I don't even think this is supposed to be a 15, but it works, so we're gonna roll with it. She's up. Jeez. Yeah, I'll just put it all back together so I don't lose any nuts and bolts. Cool! To the other side.
That one's stuck. What you doing?
Trying to take off me brake. No, not brake. Battery cable. Starts with B. Get confused.
Oh. So we just went and got the engine crane from Luke's. Got it all set up ready. And Tim has decided that he wants to start labelling things.
Yeah.
This late in the project.
There's a few things I forgot to disconnect and label.
So the plan is to start unbolting all of the subframe mounts below, get a jack under the engine and start lowering it down. So as the engine is going down, hopefully we'll see from the top if anything's hanging on. And you're thinking, what? You've got an engine crane, why aren't you lifting it out? Because we want the engine and subframe out in one piece. We're going to use the engine crane and wrap it around this, what Tim tells me is a structural piece of bodywork. Anyone who's seen the Top Gear India special will probably disagree, but hopefully with the engine out it will be light enough that we can lift the car, pull the engine out, and there won't be any massive damage. Just here's the pile of dirt that was gathered from the ditch when Tim crashed.
I didn't crash.
It crashed
It broke, and I tactically moved the car to the side of the road.
into a ditch.
Yeah, because I lost all my brakes. Anyway, so we've
And some
finally
nuts and washers.
we finally disconnected everything. So it's time now to take off the subframe bolts. So we've supported the car with a piece of wood just on the floor, just to spread the weight. So now we've got to take off the bolts there and there.
And up here.
And then there's ones in the front as well. And then there's two up the top. I don't know if you can see that. There. And there.
Rubber mounted or something.
Yeah, rubber mounted. Don't worry, that's getting chucked out.
Pulley bush.
Solid mounts.
What metal?
Ali.
Race core.
Gonna break my back.
Big chungus.
All the mounts are undone. Everything is undone. It is significantly freer than it was. So we're gonna try and slowly drop this subframe down. Wish us luck.
So we didn't film because we didn't have enough hands, but here's an engine. It's not in the car. We'll see you tomorrow.
The next morning.
So we're back. Next day, we've done a little cleanup. So basically today's job is going to be stripping this engine down, and then we're going to use the old engine crane again to actually lift it out of the subframe. You might be asking, why didn't we just do that originally when it was in the car? Very good question.
I
But
was also asking that.
I didn't want to take all of that out, even though I've got to take it out anyway. There's like loads of stuff in there. It's a bit of a messy engine bay. But yeah, this is easier to get to all the bolts, and this is the way I wanted to do it because it looked like fun, lifting the car really high in the air. The one drive shaft is kind of, it was already ripped out in the kind of crash that I had, and this side just needs kind of like knocking out.
Happy?
As I can be. Look at my car!
We've got like a really shit jigsaw puzzle. It's only 3 pieces, but it's really hard to do.
As you can see, see if she's seized. Oh, hey! What are we going to do next, Max?
Subframes.
We've got it all stripped down. We managed to get the subframe up on a kind of table, and we've taken the wheels off. So now we're going to start stripping the subframe down, which is the whole point of the video, just to get to this point, and it's probably going to take the quickest amount of time. Got the engine on a trolley, so I can push it around. I honestly don't know what I'm going to do with that. I might just keep putting oil down the ports and forget about it for like 6 months.
/2 years.
/2 years. Probably a really flattering angle.
Yeah, probably right up the chins.
Breathe in, we can't see your face. So this is the brake line system here. So it comes from, oh wow, the slave.
Can't say that.
No. Okay. Down here into a T-junction, which has got like a banjo bolt, and that goes down to one caliper, and then it brings it all the way around, down and out.
Do you want to save this copper crush washer to use again?
Wow.
You just put grease on the lens of the camera, you bellend.
Oops. That's rounded. So, is it really a Motor Guild video if there isn't a grinder at all?
Talk me through what's been done.
So much progress. Hubs off. What else have we done since then? Brake line came off. This side didn't want to come off.
Oh yeah, I think that was the last thing we saw actually.
Then that's the bolt that goes through the top arm here. But on this side, it did not want to come off. So the old angle grinder came out again, and lots of hammering and lots of swearing and lots of WD-40. So I'll have to get a new one of these, but I'm glad it's off now. Next bit is going to be taking off this lower arm. So all of this is going to get whipped off, including this top arm. And then that's it then. No, it's obviously all stripped out. So this is it done. Okay, just ignore the fact that they're still there. So a key bit about doing this is making sure you have the tools to do it before you start.
Otherwise you look like a tool.
I didn't buy a cone compressor, basically because I was cheap and thought, I don't need a cone compressor. People are just, I don't know why I thought people were buying them, obviously to compress cones. Basically, you can't get these out until the cone is compressed. So what you do is you put the cone compressor in the top, there's a little thread in the bottom of the cone here, and it grips onto that and it actually just squeezes the cone up. And that basically then takes the pressure off this, which means then when you unbolt this bolt that goes all the way through, there's no kind of pressure on it, which means it just slides the bolt out and jobs are good. And because we took their hubs out as one piece, we've just got to split that down And I think that will be it for today. But it is pretty grim.
That's just used engine oil and dirt, isn't it?
Yeah, that's grimmo.
Yeah, probably need a breaker.
Immediately before this I said, you probably need a breaker on that.
There's no video evidence of you saying that.
Big nuts off. Magical. So now it's just the brake assembly, which is like the rear. It's like the rear. It just comes off like that. And I think that should just push out like that. And then the bearings are in there.
Hoon axle shaft.
Yeah, the bearing is there. Feels a bit.
Bit back into it.
Alright, let's try it the other way.
Don't think so. Where are we going?
I'm going to go see someone who knows how to do things properly.
Got the shit in the back. I'm going to see a friend of Tim's who's probably going to have a blowtorch and an impact gun, and if it doesn't come off with those two things, then I guess you want a new hob.
It's also got a plasma cutter.
Oh, can't be bolted on if it's liquid.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Blow torch. Blow torch.
I'll get a blowtorch on it in a second.
It'll be tight if it's. No, let's start again.
Molten.
Molten.
Yeah. Can't be tight if it's a liquid.
I was going to say if it's a liquid. And then
I already said that in the car.
Forgot the words.
Yeah.
I'll just get the grinder on it, the plasma cutter.
That's what
did
we
say
also
that.
said.
Smoking hot. That's moving in the drive.
Just get the grinder on it and grind it down.
I'm out of here.
Step back.
Run away!
One half.
Yay!
Victory.
Loser.
All taken apart. You happy?
Yeah,
That's-
except for when you have to buy twice as many parts.
Should we say that's the end of the video?
We'll end it in the car.
End it in the car as we rush home.
So, we'll end it there. Next time, I don't know what's going to be happening next video, but
We know that your wallet's going to be a lot lighter.
it's going to be a lot lighter. I'm probably going to be probably a lot more swearing, a lot more grinding before then. But thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Ah!